Hello guys, and welcome back with another video. This time we're going to be flying the F-4 Phantom. So with that said, let's get rolling. We're flying with the AIM-9Js and the AIM-7Es. I'm going to turn off my radar. I'm not going to be using this for now. Flaps and takeoff. Let's reduce a little bit of power here so that we don't overspeed with the landing gear out. Flaps going up. And let's burn it. Normally, I don't fly a tier 70 War Thunder. If I want to do this, I just go on DCS. I have logged about 24,000 hours in DCS. And I guess I can say I feel very confident in my knowledge of radars and the weapons systems that we're using here. So I know how to defeat them and how to counter them and how to abuse their vulnerabilities. For example, I know that Russian missiles are very susceptible to flares. Meaning the heat-seeking missiles, of course, and the radar-guided ones are super susceptible as well to. Oh, let's check this out. This looks like a MiG-21 based on the tail. Yeah, that's a MiG-21. Fox 2. Oh, he's supersonic. He's done. There we go. Alright. Oh, something else back there. I'm gonna reduce power output here. Something pinging me from the right. I think this is friendly. Or is that an SU-7? No, that's an SU-7. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna hit him with a... what do you call it? AIM-7. You might be wondering, Talon, why are you using an AIM-7 on a jet that's so close to you? Well, I don't like using my radar, so I'm not gonna be using these things in a formal engagement like you would in DCS. I have him locked up and my missiles are not tracking him. Come on, Gaijin. Thank you. Are you serious? Oh, okay. Thought I missed him. I'm wondering why can I zoom out? Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm wondering why he didn't evade. I locked him up. I got a full, solid lock on him. He should have. He should have done something about it. Alright. I feel like the majority of the maps are extremely small for jets of this caliber in War Thunder, but I feel like this map is really okay. It's a relatively large map. Little concept that some of you guys may not be fully informed in. Fox 1, I don't want to offend anyone by saying that. Please don't take offense. I'm assuming that some of the people here don't know. When I fire a Fox 1 missile, I'm going to call it out, or Fox 2 or Fox 3. Or, well, we don't have Fox 3s, but a Fox 1 type missile is a radar guided missile that requires you to continue locking the target until the missile makes contact with the target. And that is because the Fox 1 type missile, like the one we have now, the Sparrow, doesn't have an onboard radar. It can only receive information from your jet, so you have to tell it where the target is. A Fox 2 is a heat-seeking missile, so everybody knows what that is. This looks like a MiG-23. Heat seeker for this one. Is that a MiG-23 or is that a... Yeah, that's a MiG-23. Fox 2. That's a kill. Oh! Ooh, sorry. For a second I thought I was gonna hit the ground. Okay, I see somebody else over there. He might be hot on me, so... I'm also flying very high up right now. I could easily be intercepted. Alright, we're gonna turn on our radar. I'm gonna IFF him. He's hostile. Yep, he's hostile. Alright, we're gonna use an aim 7 on this one. We're still pretty far from him.
Returning to the airfield.
I didn't mean to say that. IFF is a system on the jet that allows it to use its radar, its onboard radar, to determine whether the target you're locking up is hostile or friendly. You don't even have to lock him up. If it's a 2-bar target, that means it's friendly. If it's a 1-bar, it's hostile. I might go into a custom later to show you guys what that looks. I mean, you guys probably know already. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't want to waste my time or anybody else's time. 5 miles within the target. I might. No, he's going cold. Okay, we're approaching lethal range, so I'm actually gonna fire away. And Fox 1. There you go. That's a good track. Oh, he fired a missile. Yep, MiG-21. I have a good feeling about that missile. Alright, let's prep our heat seeker. Fox 2. He's dead. Alright, we're looking good so far. Now we have to assess our 6 o'clock. We could easily have somebody on our 6. When you're flying cold from someone, you know, at very high speeds, it's not very likely that the missile's going to catch you. At least that's how it is realistically in DCS. So normally you wait for them to make a turn or something. I mean, if you're shooting an aim 120, yeah, it's going to catch him. Okay, yeah, you see, I have somebody on my 6. Alright, I'm gonna force an overshoot. There we go. He's pretty fast right now, so... Ooh. Alright, this is looking good in our favor. That's an F1. Oh no. Ah, fuck it. Alright. That's too close, it's not gonna hit. I should have. It's really hard to shoot the gun with this plane. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to give you good content. I mean, this is a 1 dogfight already. It should be. I can't hit him though. I'm not used to this sensitivity. Nope. There we go. That's a kill. Alright. Easy does it. It's super sensitive. This jet should not be this sensitive in any way, shape, or form. It's way too sensitive. Like extremely sensitive. More than feels right. Not even the F-14 Tomcat, which I've logged about 4,500 hours on alone on DCS. That jet doesn't even have a fly-by-wire system. I mean, this jet doesn't have a fly-by-wire system either. But the F-14 doesn't have it, and it's not as sensitive as this jet is. This jet feels extremely sensitive. This thing is... So we got quite a couple kills there. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great about that. Let's get back to the base. Let's turn off our radar. We don't want to cook anybody on the ground with our radar. Although, and again, we don't have the F4 Phantom on DCS, so I'm not sure with the avionics. But normally, when you land on a jet and you put the weight on the wheels, the radar automatically gets turned off or to standby mode. And the reason that happens is so that you don't cook the ground crew. That wouldn't be a good thing. So I don't know if the F4 does that automatically or if you have to switch it off manually. Now we're just chatting here about the jets and stuff like that. But that's me speculating on the F4. I don't know if it does it automatically. I know for a fact the F4 doesn't have a fly-by-wire system. This base is quite damaged. I'm not gonna land here. I'm gonna land on the next one. Very low on fuel, so let's conserve a little bit here. I'm gonna land coming in from the other direction, and the reason I'm doing that is as a safety measure. It'll make it more or less likely that somebody will hit me with a missile as I'm landing. This has been a very, very fun game. I am extremely curious about other jets though, like the K-Fair for the Israeli, the Mirage. I have the Mirage in DCS. I have about 3,000 hours. No, I think actually like 2,000 hours. Maybe slightly less than 2,000 on the Mirage. The Mirage 2000 is a really, 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 really good aircraft for air-to-air engagements and air-to-ground. The problem with that Mirage 2000 is that you can't carry both air and ground weapons. It's either or. The avionics systems and the weapon systems simply don't let you. So you have to know what you're going to do. However, the Mirage is extremely nimble. Very, very nimble. The F4 Phantom in this game though feels... Oh my god, I'm going down too fast. Power for altitude, pitch for speed. See, I'm just adding a little bit of power on my plane climbs. Let's put down our landing gear. There we go. Shoot out. By the way, I am flying with the Thrustmaster Warthog, the F-16 stick. It's also on the A-10. It's the same stick. Oh, and I also have the VPC Virpil rudder pedals. So the radar on the F4 Phantom is extremely susceptible to ground clutter. So you guys are going to see that on the radar there's a lot of green. That's ground clutter. Basically, the way that radar works is it sends out a radio or a radar wave or a radio wave. I'm not sure what type of wave it is, but that wave travels at the speed of light. And when it hits an object, a solid object, it bounces back, and your radar dish picks it back up, and then that's how it knows where it is, what speed it's going, the direction in which it's going, because it sends thousands, hundreds, maybe, yeah, something like that of waves every second. So, guys, I have a phone call. I have to answer that. I will keep flying, but I will not speak for a second.
after me.
Okay, I am so very sorry about that, guys. I had a long phone call. I hope that you guys are still watching. I was kind of playing aimlessly there, because just flying around aimlessly, because, well, I'm on the call, so I couldn't really pay much attention to what I was doing entirely. If you notice there at the end, I IFF the plane that I saw like a couple seconds back, like a minute ago, and I identified that he was friendly. So if you roll back the video, you're gonna see that the target that popped up on radar had 2 bars, which means friendly. Okay, that's a base. That's a base. That's a base. That's a base. Don't want any of that. I really need to. That's coming for me. That's coming for me. All right, I gotta be ready for the missile. He's gonna send something for sure. Or maybe not. Is this friendly? This is friendly. Okay. Scary stuff. You never know. I couldn't tell from that distance. I don't know if you guys can on the video. If you roll back the video, maybe you can see. I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. You guys might be thinking that I'm flying like an ace right now because I have like 5 kills or 4 kills. But I'm actually making a lot of mistakes. I shouldn't be in this side of the map. I shouldn't be flying aimlessly through here, just going in circles, turning all over the place. I'm setting myself up for failure right now. What I'm doing right now is a big mistake, so I'm gonna try and correct it, get myself a little bit of distance, and make perpendicular flight, or not perpendicular, east to west flight paths or patterns while scanning. That's probably the best way to do it here. The best way really is to fly up Angels 20,000 feet or more. But we don't have an AWACS. We don't have communication. Nobody's communicating with anybody. Nobody knows what's going on. If I get into a dogfight and get killed, nobody knows where I got killed. So yeah, so that's out of the question. We can't be doing that. We have to fly stealth, or as stealth as possible. That's low, fast, not burning like I am right now because that consumes fuel, and we're trying to save the planet here. So yeah. Yeah, right now I'm still in danger from that mistake I did. There could be somebody on my 6 right now, and I wouldn't know. So let me turn back around and make sure that my 6 is clear. I think it's clear. I pulled up a little too high there, more than I feel comfortable with. So, if you roll back the video, I can't remember which ones, but you remember, I think it was the one where I got into the dogfight with the F1. That was a mistake as well. I just got lucky that, one, he didn't have communication. I think, for all I know, he could be in Discord with his buddy. And two, that there's no data link, the formal data link in here. If there were any of those two things, I would have died because his friends would have come to save him. So that was a mistake. You shouldn't be engaging into that type of dogfight with this type of jet. First of all, you can't turn as quickly, and second of all, I was pretty damn close to the airbase, which means I could have gotten killed by Sam, potentially. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you should never get into a dogfight. There is a time and a place for a dogfight, and I initiated that dogfight. I could have just ran and used my flares to... Oh my god, where is that? That's on my 6! That's on my 6! I don't know where it is. I deployed flares, so I don't see anything. I'm gonna deploy periodic flares. This is such a wasteful program. I'm gonna try and fly to our base because I can't see and I don't have any support. So the only support I have is my base. It's not... A lot of people think it's a cowardice thing to do, to fly to your base, but what options do you have if you have no support? You know? It is the only option. Turning off the automatic countermeasure dispenser. I'm also out of fuel, so I gotta get the hell out of here. I want to test to see if it's possible to notch a radar in this game. If you guys don't know what notching is, earlier I tried to explain what a radar is and does. It's a signal that gets sent out, and when the signal makes contact with any physical object, it bounces back, and then the radar on your jet catches it, and then that's how it knows. And it knows where you are at all times because it sends thousands or hundreds of signals every second, and that's how it can keep a live track on you. That's how the radar knows where you are. Now, the ground is a physical object. The trees are physical objects. Anything is a physical object, so that's why we're getting a lot of ground clutter. If you see, that's a lot of green. That's all ground clutter right there. The way that Doppler radar filters that is that it uses the Doppler methodology. I don't know if that's the right term to call it. I know it's Doppler, but I'm not sure what the actual system itself is called. Essentially what it does is, if whatever the signal bounced back from, if it's not moving, if its velocity relative to the radar dish is 0, then it gets rejected, meaning that it gets filtered out. The radar won't see it. So a lot of modern radars, jets like the F-18 or the F-16, even the F-14, you wouldn't see the ground clutter. It just wouldn't show up. And the reason is because the ground is stationary, so it filters it out. Now, you can use that as an exploit. So let's say that I have a person flying right to left like that, in that pattern, right? From there to there, and it's perfectly side to side. My radar would not be able to pick it up even if it's post Doppler. I mean, it can pick it up if it's up against the sky, but if it's not up against the sky, if it's like up against the ground, it's a lot harder for the radar to pick it up. But essentially what happens is, because I'm not getting close to the target or away from the target, the radar would essentially think that it's ground clutter and filter it out, and that's called notching the radar. And it's something you can do to essentially force a drop of lock from another enemy on your 6. You can force a lock drop. It can be risky if you're too close, so it's not really a recommended thing if you're too close. Wow, that's a lot of RP. Okay. Well, I guess I can just get everything. I'm not gonna get that. I don't even have my gun upgrades on this thing. I'll get this. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed that game. I'm probably gonna record another one here for you guys. And yeah, with that said, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe out there and have a wonderful time. God bless all of you.